Yo, check it. I'm about to break down why money is the root of all evil from a perspective that everybody should understand. It's about to get deep, so stick with me. First thing y'all must understand is that there is trigger words inside of that phrase. When you place evil and money in the same sentence, it triggers people to say, quote unquote, it's the love of money, replacing the evil in the sentence with love. This is a psyop and a part of the Matrix programming. Money is essentially the bridge that connects the underworld into this dimension. Evil found a way to interact with good people. The evil people use their money to manipulate good people. We are all living through an oppressive system. So when good people struggle, they go into survival mode and then do things they normally wouldn't even do. This is the coercion of the system. Let's say I wanted to create something. I will have to go through the patent process, which will basically allow them to take ownership while I get a small cut of what I created. I've been through this process myself, and they'll try to scam you out your own contract. They created using your social security number. The same thing happened with music artists. I'm sure y'all familiar of the term quote unquote 360 deals. The money allowed our enemies to steal our credit, which is inside our Seta QV trust. Then they sent it to other countries, literally giving everybody our credit while we accept all their debit. You see, when I say money is evil, people immediately start thinking about themselves and what they would do with it, which in all reality is being selfish. What I am saying includes all people, because our enemies have hundreds of millions of dollars and even billions. And there's no way an average Joe can ever make that amount of money. Therefore, you personally can't make changes to your community, your state, or the country. I mean, as y'all can see, for the ones that do make that amount of money, they aren't allowed to help because they're not allowed to without facing consequences. To keep it simple, money was used to trick us into contracts, to give up ownership of what we create, then sell our creations back to us while taking all the credit. But it gets deeper. They use that money to create advanced technology. After all these years of studying us, all technology comes from our natural abilities. This is what they're intercepting and using, our energy, because we are electrical beings. So you got antennas that's interfering with our energy connection because we can't get downloads and absorb energy. This is why they want to cut our hair. They created cameras and then started hiding what we see, so they can literally create lies about what they can create to make you appear that you're seeing something that isn't really real, such as the sun that we see, which is really a patented star from NASA, almost like a light bulb. But they can see our perspective and know how to change it to make you think one thing when really it's another, like I just mentioned. Then they made satellites, which is our ears, as you can see up there. That's when they started altering what we can hear. For instance, you have good thoughts in your mind, which is the real you, and all bad thoughts that come through your mind is not you at all. This is really them using their technology and infiltrating your mind. They got the sensors so they can basically mimic what we smell and will be able to prevent us from smelling things they don't want us to smell, such as people that we see every day that we don't even know isn't really human. They create a generated computer which together works to create reality. This is why they try to do everything to turn off your third eye, which is your pineal gland, in order to brainwash us so we can create a reality for them. This is why the flag has the reverse colors of our chakras, minus the third eye. You see, they've been using money to reverse the natural order. All this was able to happen because they infiltrated our real energy system, then placed their financial system over it, just like they infiltrated our law system, then placed their legal system over it. All of this is electoral system. There is a reason they're using a word that's so close to electricity because it's related. All the systems in place was created to get our consent to give up our energy to their system, which is the Matrix. We are fueling the system by the belief of money, the same money that built the system and oppressed us. What I'm trying to get at, if you truly know what money is, you wouldn't sign these contracts, giving your consent to go further down the road of oppression. The contracts is what's causing everything. This is why Trump and Elon and Doge is literally exposing this very thing I'm talking about right now and getting rid of the people that allowed this to happen because they was not doing their job. Either they ignored it or they participated. The only way they're able to reverse things back to its natural order is because we voted for it. This was literally the only election that ever really mattered in our lifetime, because we are still in World War One. We are prisoners of war, and there's a reason why the technology came out of nowhere. And we had all these major advancements in such a short period of time. I'm talking about pagers, the cell phones, VHS and tapes, 2 CDs, now just downloads. I mean, the first house phone came out in 1958. That wasn't that long ago. And we all got mini laptops in our pockets. Towers everywhere, especially when they locked us down. They even started to force you to do things they didn't want to do. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. As I said earlier, we are still in the middle of a war, and it's about to end. So our whole lives have been a lie. I know how crazy this may sound, especially if you're new to this, but it is the harsh truth, and it gets deeper. But I said all that to say this. Money is the root of all evil because it has their signatures, their faces, their symbols. It's all over the money, meaning it ain't even ours anyways. Just think about it. And that phrase itself has trigger words in it, which triggers people to immediately replace evil and associate it with love. It's the spells on the money creating that trigger. As I said earlier, it's a part of their program. And I'm just trying to help everybody break away from the spell with more understanding. Well, I hope you picked up what I put down, but y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be guys. Peace.